What if I told you that in the heart of America's most remote state, there's a region where over 16,000 people have vanished without a single trace? This isn't the opening to a horror movie. This is a real place. Welcome to the Alaska Triangle, a vast, unforgiven wilderness so haunted and mysterious it rivals the infamous Bermuda Triangle. Here, in this sprawling expanse of raw nature, planes drop off the radar. Experienced travelers disappear into thin air, and strange, unexplained lights fill the skies. It's a place where the line between reality and legend blurs, leaving behind a trail of chilling questions and countless missing persons reports. So, what is really going on in this remote corner of the world? Are these disappearances just a string of tragic accidents, or is something far more sinister at play? Let's look at a map. The Alaska Triangle stretches between three major points: Anchorage in the south, Juneau in the southeast, and the northern city of formerly known as Barrow. This creates a massive triangular zone covering some of the most beautiful yet deadly landscapes on Earth. We're talking about vast, jagged mountain ranges that tear at the clouds. Endless forests so dense that sunlight barely touches the ground, and frozen tundra that stretches to the horizon. It's a breathtaking sight, but it's also a perfect place to disappear. The sheer scale of this wilderness makes searching for anyone or anything nearly impossible. Imagine trying to find a needle in a haystack the size of a country. That's what search and rescue teams face. And more often than not, they find absolutely nothing. No wreckage from a crashed plane, no boaties, not even a single footprint left in the snow. It's as if the people who vanish are simply erased from existence, leaving behind only an unnerving, deafening silence. The list of the missing is long and deeply unsettling. Perhaps the most famous case is the one that brought national attention to the Triangle. In 1972, a small plane carrying two prominent U.S. politicians, House Majority Leader Holly Boggs and Congressman Nick Begich, along with an aide and their pilot, vanished somewhere between Anchorage and Juneau. The disappearance triggered one of the largest search and rescue missions in American history. For over a month, 40 military aircraft and 50 civilian planes scoured more than 32,000 square miles of terrain. They found nothing, not a shred of metal, not a piece of clothing, not a single clue. To this day, the wreckage of that plane and the 4 men on board remain missing. And that's just one story. Hunters with decades of experience, hikers on well-trodden trails, even entire families have vanished. Some disappear in broad daylight, leaving behind the most eerie clues imaginable. Cars left running by the roadside, campfires still crackling with warmth, and half-eaten meals left on a picnic blanket. It's as if they were there one second and plucked from reality the next. When faced with such inexplicable events, human nature seeks answers. And sometimes those answers lie in folklore and legend. The indigenous Tlingit and Tsimshian peoples of the region have stories that go back centuries, tales of a terrifying creature known as the Kush or Land Daughter Man. These are shape-shifting beings, said to mimic the cries of a baby or a woman in distress to lure unsuspecting victims deep into the woods. Once they have you, they steal your soul, and you become a Kushtaka yourself, forever trapped between worlds. But ancient legends aren't the only paranormal theory. Many believe the Alaska Triangle is a hotspot for UFO activity. Countless reports describe glowing orbs silently hovering in the sky, strange craft moving at impossible speeds, and beams of light descending into the wilderness. Some even theorize that the triangle contains energetic vortexes or portals to other dimensions, randomly opening and closing, swallowing anyone unlucky enough to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Travelers who have barely escaped the triangle's grasp tell stories of seeing strange, fleeting shadows moving through the trees and hearing disembodied, ghostly voices calling their names in the dead of night. Now, of course, there are more grounded, scientific explanations for these disappearances. Skeptics and scientists are quick to point out that Alaska is a land of extremes. The weather can turn from clear skies to a blinding blizzard in minutes. Sudden, powerful wind shears, known as willowas, can slam planes out of the sky without warning. The landscape is riddled with hidden crevasses, massive glaciers that are constantly shifting, and the constant threat of avalanches that can bury a person or a vehicle under tons of snow in seconds. These are all very real dangers. But here's the problem with that argument. It doesn't explain everything. In many cases, the weather was perfectly clear when people went missing. And even if a plane did crash, or a hiker fell into a crevasse, you would expect to find something eventually. A piece of the fuselage, a backpack, some trace of what happened. Yet, in so many of these cases, even when massive search crews are deployed, they come up completely empty, as if the earth itself just opened up and swallowed the victims whole. Then there's the bizarre magnetic anomalies. Compasses are known to malfunction within the triangle, spinning wildly, as if powerful. Invisible magnetic forces are pulling travelers off course and leading them to their doom. This long history of unexplained tragedy has given the Alaska Triangle a deeply haunted reputation. Many locals, particularly those who have lived there for generations, refuse to travel through certain parts of the triangle, especially after dark. They're convinced that the land itself is cursed or holds a malevolent energy. Pilots who regularly fly these routes have their own collection of unnerving stories. They speak of experiencing sudden, violent turbulence in perfectly calm skies, of their radios going completely silent for no reason, and of their electronic instruments going haywire. Some even claim they only escaped because they listened to a gut feeling, a sense of overwhelming dread that told them to turn back at the last second before something unnatural and unseen could pull them in for good. It's a place where modern technology and human expertise often seem powerless against whatever forces reside there. Ultimately, the Alaska Triangle remains one of the most terrifying and enduring mysteries in modern America. With thousands still missing, no concrete answers, and a reputation soaked in ancient legends, paranormal whispers, and an undeniable record of death, it stands as a chilling reminder that there are still places on this earth where we are not in control. It's a place that defies our understanding and forces us to confront the unknown. So, after hearing all this, I have to ask, would you dare step foot in America's Bermuda Triangle? Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you found this mystery as fascinating as I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest enigma. Let me know in the comments what you think is happening in the Alaska Triangle. See you next time!